So we have question 2 for test number 3. And we've got, it's similar to question number 1. We are doing a translation. We're moving it so if we remember from last time, inside moves it in the opposite, so it's going to move 4 in the negative direction, right? And outside it moves it in the direction that we're used to. It's going to move it down 2. 1, 2. So we would have it here, and it'll do that for every single point, so we'll get the V shape kind of like this. Again, how can I use the graphing calculator to verify this? Well, it's a little trickier. We have to know where to get the absolute value from. That comes from, notice the 4 key, right above it, it says catalog. That's going to give us access to all the functions in this calculator. So what I do is, since it's in yellow, it's a shifted function, so I go shift 4, which gives me the catalog. Usually it starts at the top here, or there's all sorts of stuff this thing can do. ABS is absolute value. So you'd also have to know what you're looking for. Like, what is ADF? I have no idea. Anyway, but I know ABS is our absolute value. So we enter that, and it looks like absolute value. We're going to put in X. So that's the function we're given, and I'm going to draw it just to, let me click on there. You have to click F6. So it looks similar, right? Again, think of our screen as kind of like a silly putty stretch. The calculator window is longer. It's a rectangular, where this one, the one on the graph that we're looking at, is square. So they will look different. I think you can, if you go to window, I think there is a way, yeah, you can make it square. So maybe I should have done that. So it's supposed to square it, make it look square. Let's go back to graph. See, I did this so many times. How do I get back? Go to menu, graph. That doesn't do it. Shift. No, that doesn't do it. Once I've got it set, I want to look at the graph. Space Y base. Oh, execute. Right. So that's supposed to be square. X base. Oh, maybe we have to square both of them. Okay, so if we do that, now it should make it square. Yeah, so there we go. It's square. Okay. But what we want to graph here, I'm still exploring all this stuff, right? We want to go back to the equation, so I hit the F6, the graph to table. I think that's how it works. Again, as I get through this, we don't want parentheses. We want absolute value. So shift catalog. Now there might be an absolute value somewhere in here as well, but this is a nice easy way to get to it. X plus 4, get outside the window, subtract 2. Execute. Now we're going to draw a graph. It's going to be red. And our new one's over here, kind of like we had predicted. And again, if we need to see what exactly this point is, now notice with the square, it's a lot easier to see where the points are. Okay, and again, you can do that from the window feature right here. You ask for it to be square, and remember to do it. We said, I want the Y base square and the X base square. And then when I execute it, it takes me there. I hit graph again. So Casio is just a little funky for getting around, but it does have this menu system that the TI-84 doesn't. And you can get the color version for about $70 or $80 instead of the $140 or $150 of a TI-84. So that's why I like this one, and we'll just figure out how to get through it. And again, remember, you can go to the table, and again, G to T. Let's see, Shift G to T. Nope, that doesn't do it. let's see, I would, let's see, graph to table. So we go to menu and then over to table. Yeah, it's not completely intuitive, but it's not too bad. And again, you've got a table of values here, and again, maybe you want to know what -4 has in offer. The old one, -4, was at 4, but the new one, -4, is at -2. So that, and remember, that's that vertex. And then you go, and you don't even have to go in order. I go -3 here, but I could have just as easily said, okay, -5. This maybe is a little confusing. They're not in order, but you can do it. There should be a way to automatically number it, but I haven't figured that out. I'll be honest. So whenever you put this x value, you get your y value, and just watch which function you're in. All right, let's keep moving forward.